Howdy, man. This is a crazy trend recently. So apparently on TikTok, they could steal cars. Like there's a TikTok trend to teach kids how to steal cars. I gotta show you this shit. TikTok steal cars. Here we go.
Yes, they're stealing Kias and Hyundais with a cell phone charger. Just in the city of LA alone, the chief reports an 85% increase in car thefts this year compared to last year. But perhaps what's even more disturbing, this is a TikTok trend.
I was probably 5 feet away from him, and that just happened, and 11 o'clock in the morning.
Broad daylight in front of 2 Ring cameras. A thief steals Brad Critchford's car while he's in his garage office.
And my wife and kids are like right there in the kitchen. Like all you have to do is look out the window to
Hey, chat. Make sure y'all know the laws in y'all towns. Let me tell you this, man. There's two things you can't do nothing with these type of motherfuckers: a liar and a thief. Okay, and to keep it real, if somebody's an habitual liar, don't put it past them that they'll steal from you. Okay, a thief and a liar, they're related. They're like cousins. They're basically like a cat and a lion, all right? They're in the same family tree. When you get a thief, there ain't nothing you could do with a thief. You know, a thief these days is bold. They're emboldened. They're brazen. They're doing it in broad daylight. They do it in front of cameras. We're living in a very digital, like, a technology just like landscape where everybody has a camera. Like your phone has a camera. Like shit. Yo, I got these new fucking like thermostats. They're Nest thermostats. Like, yo, nigga, you walk into a room, the shit just turns on. Like, it senses you in there. For people to think they could commit a crime and not be seen, it's like fucking ludicrous. You get what I mean? Like, the percent chance of that is so low. Your phone is on you. It's tracking you. It's fucking, like, come on. But people still commit crimes. When a person steals a car, like how you saw this motherfucker doing, you got to think that this person right here, number one, they definitely are down bad, but it so much violates the privacy. And if you've never had somebody steal something from you, what a thief does is a thief takes your peace of mind, even if they don't take your item. Like I remember the first time my car got broken into when I was in college. I did a party, did some really dumb shit when I was it was Team Akademiks party. I'm Akademiks. They bring the money box with like thousands of dollars that we collected from the night. And they're like, yo, the people at the door that were working the door, they're like, yo, we're trying to have fun. They're like, what should we do with the money box? And I'm thinking, well, I'm DJing. I can't really do shit with it. So I told him, I said, yo, go bring the money box. Matter of fact, put it in my car. I was driving a Mazda at that time. I said, put it in the car, put it under the back seat, right? Security walked them to the car. There's a couple of individuals, at least so the story goes. Everybody around me, like my mom and shit, always be like, it's an inside job. They was like, it was the people who you sent out there. They stole. They broke in. Anyway, security walks out these people with the money box to my car. They put it in the car. They come back in. Security comes back in. At the end of the party, I walk out of the party and I'm like so hyped. I'm like, damn, thousands of dollars. The party was so fucking lit. I'm the best DJ, best ever. I walked to the car and there was some people because the people got out a little bit before me because I was packing my equipment. By the time I got there, they was surrounding my car. I'm like, yo, I look at my car like that. They were looking on the other side that was parked next to the wall. Somebody broke into the fucking car, and my shit was heavily tinted up, but they broke into the car from that section, and they grabbed the money box and dipped. I never found out who did it, but let me tell you what they did. It felt like they violated me. Every time I drove that car, it felt like someone was fucking taking what was mine, but more than the money, they were taking your peace. So that's why a thief, I don't have too much of a sympathy card for a thief. Like this motherfucker right here, so I don't want to give out bad advice too. Know your laws wherever you live at, because this nigga right here, if you live in a house and you got some pistols on you, pepper this bitch ass nigga up. Give him at least 59 shots. Straight up and down. It ain't about the car at that point. That boy trying to rob you of your peace. The same nigga who do this, he get a little bit more bold and think he a little bit more tough, he kicking in your door. Pepper him straight up. Just let it off on him. Now, you can't do it in every state, so be aware of your laws. Don't take my advice as, legal advice. Make sure you know the laws of how, if you do have a weapon or how you could protect your property, because these days PPP loans got people acting a fool. These motherfuckers been getting free money from the government until they got cut off for scamming, and then now they have to either go back to work or try to figure out some way to get a lot of money. You know what everybody's doing? They're stealing cars. They're trying to break into people's property. They're trying to rob you of your peace. Somebody trying to rob you of your peace when you're a hardworking person, I have zero remorse for. This nigga gets a dome shot. Trust me, we got to be crip walking at the goddamn funeral. There's nothing to be sad about. I don't care what background. If you are at this point, I'm sorry to say, I can't fuck with it. Like, yo, when you start doing bold and like emboldened crimes in fucking broad daylight, you have no respect for the authorities. You have no respect for your own freedom nor your own life, and you definitely don't have no fucking respect for the person shit you're running up in. Okay? The only thing stops that is some good old Texas justice, some good old Florida justice. You give him a Legos, and to keep it real, you know, if this was Jamaica, some other shit, you give him a Legos and then you walk over him and you got to walk him down. You got to send him out of his misery. There's no room for thieves. I'm sorry to say, man. Boys, these niggas robbing Kias, man, getting killed over a Kia would be a bad situation. All right? But, again, make sure you know the laws in your neighborhoods. I'm not too sure what this is, but in certain places when people trespass, also I'm going to give you some more tips. Make sure y'all have a do not trespass sign on y'all property. You know what I mean? Usually with some type of consequence. I've seen it help people before. My boy put a nigga in a coma, and essentially it was deemed in court. They really dropped it, and they actually gave him some like plea. Basically, the dude was trespassing. You know what I mean? My homie said he threatened him, right? Because you got to say that, right? Yo, he threatened me. He's trespassing my property and threatened me. I had to defend myself. Shit. Yeah, so they were going to charge my homie for some shit. But listen, you'd rather be judged by, you know the story already. But for these thieves, I'm telling you, man, the only remedy I see is good old Florida and Texas justice. This nigga should be shot like a dog. You feel me? Like a dog. I'm serious. I promise you. Whoever who owns his car, who owns his property, you work hard for everything you got. You're trying. You know what I mean? You're doing the right things in life. Why can't this motherfucker go work? They're giving out jobs left, right, and center. Why should this motherfucker prey on you? Why should the government allow it to happen? These days, the laws be so weak in all these fucking communities and all these precincts. You know what they do? They catch this motherfucker. Even if the police pull up right now, they catch him. They drop him off later in another part of the town. He back to robbing. No. Give him some Legos. Give him some shit that, you know what I mean? Make that boy paraplegic or something like that, man. That nigga will learn. You see in Jamaica, they catch you stealing. They try to chop your fingers off. I guarantee you won't be doing that no more. TikTok challenge? Boy, you shouldn't even be able to use TikTok after the niggas is done with you. Feel me? I'm sorry to say. I just don't have any sympathy for people who do crimes like this. And the reason why I'm saying, I'm not going to say that crime won't exist. If you're playing with your life, running up on people's property, running up in potentially people's houses, robbing people at gunpoint, you're playing with your life. There's a lot of ways to get money. And if this is your way to get money and you get clapped, my favorite videos to watch is the videos when the robbers don't know that the homeowner or whoever they're trying to get the one up on ain't lacking. Or that nigga got this shit trained, ready for him. Ready for a nigga. So, it is what it is. Sorry. Somebody says, yeah, that's why you need the baby for this. The baby would have gave that nigga, the baby would have shot that nigga in the spinal cord. That nigga would have got shot in the spinal cord, bro. Okay? Somebody said, weren't you still in the dorms at Rutgers? I never did that. No, honestly, and that's not a joke. You can't find anything that said I did. What they did, there's a back in the day, so there was a flyer that they wanted to talk to us, and I think I gave you the whole story. Let me repeat stories because y'all get tired of the same stories. we were selling tickets. One of our own friends were watching the NBA playoffs. D Wade was in the playoffs. We walked in on one of our friends having sex. She was mad. She was like, who let us upstairs? Her roommate let us upstairs, who was an RA. They just went to an RA meeting. That's why she told us to go upstairs. Essentially, she bitched out, and I ain't gonna lie, she really just sold us down the river. Because she would have got fired. You're supposed to have people, like, any visitor supposed to get chauffeured or chaperoned. She know us, so she's like, go upstairs. Now your roommate is told me, how'd you get up here? Now that RAs is listening to it, you could take responsibility and say, oh, I sent them up there, but you're probably getting fired. This is free room and board. You know what she said? I ain't telling them to go up there. She lied. You know what I mean? Obviously, we already left. All of a sudden, one of the other people said, nah, yo, call the police. Anyway, they called the police. They were like, yo, well, if they walked into the room, were they trying to rob some shit? How could we rob some shit if we didn't take nothing? That's the homie's crib. Like, you know what I mean? It was the homie's room. So anyway, they gave us trespassing. You get what I mean? So yeah, I'm not a thief. I don't fuck with thieves, brother. You feel me? And by the way, them same bitches, I remember saying to my mans, because I seen them bitches in a party, and my man said what up to him, and I nearly slapped the fuck out of my mans. I'm like, yo, bro, that bitch had us going to court because actually, so we got trespassing for that, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna tell you what happened. So we got trespassing for that, and then they said, so when you get trespassing, right? At least this is how it works in Jersey. So if you get trespassing, it's kind of like this. Like, look at this video right here. Look at this video. You ever seen this video? This McDonald's video where this guy basically gets into it with the guy, right? And the cops come, the cops come, right? And they find out he has a warrant type shit, right? So the way how trespassing works is if, okay, you ain't doing no crime, but people are unhappy with you being there, you don't have no legal right to be there, the cops could give you what's called trespassing. So it's like, yo, don't come back to the building, right? So they give you one warning, and anything after that is criminal. So if you're ever back at that building, they arrest you on site, right? So me and my homie, actually we went back to the building, and we got caught there. I remember we got caught, I kid you not, and the police like just escorted us out. And I think just because we were in college, like we didn't get in too much trouble like that. But yeah. But yeah, so yeah, essentially I was just trying to say, what was so fucking funny is because on the fucking flyer they put out, they said they were looking to talk to me and my homie for burglary. We never got a burglary charge. You know what I mean? So it was literally trespassing because, number one, it was just like, yo, how do we burglarize something where one of the roommates left the door open for us? We walked in. We didn't take nothing. We walk in saying, yo, what up? Well, actually, my homie walking first. He's like, yo, what up? Blah, blah. Like, he hears something, and he walks into the room. Shorty's getting her back pounded out. All of a sudden, she's like, you know, he walks out. I'm like, what the fuck? What happened? Shorty come out, like, with a towel. She was like, yo, what the fuck? How did you get up here? I'm like, Shorty was just embarrassed that she was getting fucked. It was actually more deeper than that. What happened? In that situation, that girl, she wasn't around for like 2 weeks. She went to Jamaica. She's actually Jamaican. That's another thing. Y'all be saying that it'd be white bitches that be fucking niggas over. Man, in my experience, it's the opposite, man. These white bitches ain't really doing the most like these. I'm just keep it like that. But anyway, this was a Jamaican chick. So she had just came back from Jamaica because her uncle had died. Or somebody in her family. So she was there, right? So even when her friend sent us upstairs, was like, yo, listen, you know, I ain't trying to say her name, but it's like, so-and-so is upstairs. You know, she just came back from the funeral in Jamaica and shit, but y'all could go up there. I'm going to be up there after this meeting, and, you know, we'd be like watching a game, drinking, whatever the case is. We go up there, Shorty's getting dick punched in her, fam. Shit. She got tight on my mans for walking in. And honestly, which I ended up disliking them girls just because, and it's not even because, like, I understand how certain shit happens. I'm not telling that girl that she had to go get fired from her job. But, bro, you see white, now they're black people. You feel me? Like, matter of fact, both of them are Jamaican. Both of them girls are Jamaican. I'm Jamaican. You know how we move. I know you're an RA, but you don't follow the rules when it comes to your friends. You're just enforcing the rules when it comes to other people. So you know how we roll. So like, why when the white people start asking you questions and you know they're about to try to get the cops involved, why don't you just be like, nah, those are the homies. Nah, like, yo, I'm going to tell them don't come back here or something. Or, yo, next time they come back, I'm going to make sure I'm with them. Like, they're about to involve the cops. And I get it for one girl who's saving her job because that's $20,000, like, in room and rent. So I get it. Like, it's $20,000 you're looking at like, man, I ain't about to get fired for these two niggas, which is still fucked up because you're about to literally get a nigga in a jam over some shit where we're all friends. You know, these bitches ain't even got nothing to steal. That's the craziest part about it. And even then, you know, obviously it was no stealing shit. They were like, yo, well, it's just trespassing. But whatever. Y'all supposed to be like, yo, don't call the cops. Those are our homies. You never let the police actually go fuck with your friends just because you're not trying to lose your job. And then the other girl, I don't know what the fuck her situation was. I thought she would, because we cool with her too. The one that was getting dick punched in her stomach. My nigga, once you see they about to call the cops, you should have been like, nah, chill, bro. Like, nah, come on now. Like, what we doing now? So after that, man, I'm telling you, I be watching these situations and be like, yeah, you see what messing with a white girl get you? I'm like, yeah, nigga. Oh, my problem has never been. Let me just move on, man. Somebody says, so you don't fuck with rats? See, I be taking this rat shit too serious. In this situation, I don't think that's ratting. I wasn't doing anything illegal. You feel what I'm saying? This is my friend. I'm going over to my friend's house. My friend's apartment building. The protocol when you go to this building is you have to get signed in and you need a chaperone as you move through the building till you leave. We were there the whole summer watching the playoffs every night. So you know what happens? And also we're there selling tickets. So we were used to roam floor to floor. It's two women. They're not walking with us as we walk through the building because we used to live in the building. So they're like, yo, do what y'all want. They're patrolling the building. You know, it's like residents, whatever. They're patrolling the building mostly for those newcomers and trying to make sure they're really trying to keep, because that shit was kind of close to the hood. They want to make sure hood niggas don't come up in there. Nigga, we go to the school. So all I'm just saying is that if you know if you know you don't follow protocol and we don't follow protocol, just don't let it get that serious when you call the cops on a nigga, bro. Like, come on, man. Somebody says, Chief Keef Injured said, and then they try to mess with the Charlemagne interview. Bruh, I was telling that story recently. Bruh. Like, that situation, bruh, I probably told this a million times. I'm about to, me and Charlemagne going back and forth on Twitter. Like, you know, I was Twitter days. I used to tweet him during the show. Like, I used to be challenging him. You know, I'm a student of the game, so I knew everything, blah, blah. We challenging him. Like, you know, you could see that, like, I'm not just a troll. That nigga hit me. He hit me. Okay, cool, whatever. I'm starting the interviews. I'm like, yo, bro, can I come do an interview with you? I said, all right, cool, come on that day. Before I got kicked off college radio, I used to do radio with a girl. I got kicked off twice, Reed. I got kicked off once by myself, then I got back on with a girl. The girl wasn't there one day. And when she wasn't there that day, I played a song, Big Sean Ass. It was like ass. I thought I played the clean version, but that is a clean version. It just say ass. Ass ain't a curse word. So it took out the fucks, the shits, the whatever, but it left ass. Anyway, I remember my show was hot on campus. So, like, you know what I mean? They used to give us weird hours. Like, we used to get a shitty slot, but like everybody listened because we gonna get this shit lit. Feel me? So my co-host ain't coming one day. I leave this song to play because you're the only person student running the station. I walk outside because I had to let somebody in the building. The next day, they called me. They said, "Hey, we were just randomly driving through the area because like it's a college radio station. It's not broadcasting 2 states over. It's like, oh, we're just randomly going through the area, and why did our program director just hear like you playing a song that just said ass 20 times?" And they're like, "We got the recording." So they had a whole meeting about it. They were like, "Yo, they want to kick us off the radio." So I told them, because I was building my YouTube show. I said, "Bro, don't even." I said, "Yo, I'm gonna leave because y'all kicked me off before for some shit." It was the same shit with like music. I said, "Bro, I'm gonna leave," and I'm thinking in my mind, I'm already building up some shit on YouTube. I said, "Please don't kick her off. Like, she ain't do nothing. She ain't even show up that day. That was me." I took full responsibility. Like, nigga, I'm telling on myself. I never talked to her after that day. I thought they ain't fire her. Apparently, they let both of us go. So I seen her one day at school. Nigga, she looked straight through me. Just walked by me. I'm like, damn, why shorty just look by me? Anyway, I see her sitting. Remember, I told her I work in a computer lab. I see her over there. I kind of walk by and I'm trying to talk to her. She's just not talking to me. Now, I don't know if none of y'all ever been to a college. At college, that type of behavior ain't normal. That type of behavior, at least, I don't know if you go to like a HBCU, there's something called pledging. You know when niggas trying to go to them fraternities, I'm like, yeah, doing all this bullshit? Yeah. To get in those fraternities and sororities, you got to pledge. When you pledge, you can't talk to nobody. So you walk around, usually in the same clothes or like unkept. You don't shave your hair. You can't eat. People lose mad weight during that time. So they walk around like zombies. They can't talk to no one. If they get caught talking to somebody, when they do the pledging shit at night, they get their ass beat. Like, niggas is taking a fucking 4x4 wood and slapping you, nigga. Yo, I seen you talking to niggas today on the bus. What we tell you? Bap! They beating the brakes off you. Nigga, I'm not in one of them organizations. I could tell. This ain't snitching. Any of them little fraternities, they beat the brakes off of you. Nigga, they beat one of these niggas I know. The nigga tore his ACL to how bad they beat a nigga. Yo, his girl was saying, this is gonna sound sus, but like, this is girl telling me, his girl who was fucking him at the time, she's like, yo, the nigga got so much beating on his ass. She said his one ass cheek was a whole different color and complexion. It was like getting infected, my nigga. How much he's getting beat. That's how it works, bro. So anyway, I don't gotta get into all that shit. Back to what I'm trying to say. Nigga, I'm over here watching Shorty, she just ignoring me. I'm thinking she's on that type of shit. I also had one of my side bitches. She was doing the same thing, except I was still fucking her during. She was real. She knew. She was just like, yo, as soon as, you know, I'm supposed to go to bed, I'm about to come fuck. Like, because the women's shit is different from the men's shit. And certain organizations way more strict. I don't got to call no names. Certain organizations, they're going dumb hard because somehow in college, the more you get beat, the better the organization is. It's kind of crazy. I don't know. It is what it is. So I'm trying to talk to this shorty. I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, damn, I ain't see you since we got kicked off the radio. She's ignoring me, dubbing me. I see her again walking. Yo, blah, blah. Ignoring me, dubbing. So I'm like, oh, she got to be pledging. Because I don't even know what ended up happening. Cool. I get to the shit with the Charlemagne. I go upstairs. She's the one who's interning. She bring me upstairs, gang. She bring me upstairs. The first time I talked, I said, damn, how you been? So I've been good, blah, blah. I said, damn. I said, how is it you intern at the Breakfast Club? She probably lit. She's like, yeah, nah, it's cool, blah, blah. I'm like, damn, man. I'm like, man, our show could have been lit. She don't even say nothing crazy. We get upstairs, and I always told you that. This is why I always respect Charlemagne. The first moment I talked to Charlemagne said, what the fuck did you do to this girl? Because she hates the shit out of you, nigga. And I looked at the chick because I just talked to her up the elevator. I'm like, what? He's like, bro, she hates you, nigga. What'd you do? Quick little conversation. We find out like she thought that like I sabotaged her radio career or radio situation at the school. I really didn't. You know what I mean? Shit, I made a mistake and I fucked up. I tried to save her, sacrifice me. They got rid of both of us. I understand why she was mad, but she took that madness and now was trying to block opportunities for me at another place. Good thing Charlemagne was just like, yo, bro, I ain't about to listen to you and just not talk to this nigga or do an interview with them. Bro, I promised him an interview. shit happened, bro. So all I can say, man, in my history, bro, it's only been a certain type of bitches that's been really against me. I'm gonna keep it on 100. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just leave it at that. Anytime I've looked at, I'm like, yo, ain't never one of the other ones. The ones that they say should be against you, ain't never them. It ain't never them in my personal experience. It ain't never them. It's the ones who they say, nah, you gotta get you one like this. You okay? You okay, my nigga? You okay? Real rap, man. Somebody said check Dirk IG post. Hold on. Lil Durk.